How's it going, everyone? Aaron Cranford here with USL League One. We're here at the Winter Summit in Tampa, Florida, and today I'm joined by Jeremy Sampson with Lansing Ignite FC and Erwin with Greenville Triumph SC. Thank you guys for joining me.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I'm starting off with a tough question, just because we have beers in front of us. What is your favorite pub or, say, bar in Lansing and in Greenville?
Lansing for us is Lansing Brewing Company. It's right near the stadium where we're going to be playing, and they have all kinds of different beers. My favorite is the Angry Mayor, based off the former mayor of Lansing. One of my favorites of all time, but that would probably be my go-to spot.
I have trouble picking one.
Yeah.
We've got a ton of good breweries in town, and a couple that I'm close to the owners. Brewery 85 is a great one in town. We've got one near the stadium that we're going to play in for year one, Birds Fly South, that I know we'll be frequenting. Good friends that just opened one called Fire Forge. Asheville's kind of bleeding south in terms of all the breweries, so we've got a ton.
Yeah, no, I'd love to go to Greenville and Asheville again, just because they do have a lot of breweries that I love.
We'll take you on the tour.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. Another tough question. Aside from your own brand, which one do you like the most in League One?
No pressure.
I'll let you go first. How's that?
Well, I obviously love what y'all have done. Madison's been great too. Yeah. I was, anybody in our office knows when Miami announced MLS side, I went crazy for that. And like, it was so awesome. I love the pink. And then to see Madison kind of capture some of that same stuff, that's been really cool too. And
that's kind of from my perspective too. I think what Madison's done has been so different. And I think that's what makes them so unique. And, you know, obviously what's going to draw people to this league, and what they've done has been special.
I think I like.
Sorry, yeah, no, go ahead.
I like that we've got a mix of, we've got some really strong brands that we've created at Madison, others have created, and the brands of the MLS2 teams. Yeah. You know, the credibility that provides. You know, there's such good diversity in all the crests and logos and everything. I think that's what's kind of fun, you know, where I feel like some sports are kind of getting pigeonholed into one or two styles. We've got a great array of stuff.
Yeah. We could probably do a whole segment on what it took to go through that process, right? Because it was
segments, right? Yeah.
Months and months,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another question I had, and this sort of goes along the line, same lines as what we were just talking about. I know, Jeremy, you've been a part of launching a new soccer team. Doug, this is your first time doing it. Yep. What is maybe some advice that you could give to new teams that are trying to create themselves and make themselves known in the market, like Greenville has done? You could talk about your experiences that you've had in Greenville right now.
I think the biggest thing is just to try new things. I mean, I think you can look around and see what other people have done to be successful. And let's face it, I mean, the best ideas are always borrowed, right? I mean, that's what happens. We just repurpose them for our market. But really to go out and try new things and have the ability to do that. Not everything you're going to do is going to be a home run, and I think that's okay, but try them out and see what happens. And you learn so much. It's kind of like the old adage in college football, right? You get better, so much better from your second game than you did your first game. Same thing's going to apply here. We're going to learn a lot in our first year that we're going to be able to use to get better in year number 2.
Yeah. Any sort of similar experiences?
No, I think for us, it's lean on the people around you, and that's not necessarily within your organization, but we've had a number of people just around town that have helped us in all aspects. It's drawn on people that have done this before where you can. We've been able to get some people that worked on our arena deal 20 years ago in Greenville that are kind of helping guide us on a potential future stadium deal for our brand. We lean on people that had branded a team in town before and are people local that knew the upstate. And there's a lot of knowledge to be had locally that you just have to not be afraid to make a call and ask for help.
Yeah. So speaking of being local, for fans traveling to, say, Lansing or Greenville, what should fans look to do while they're in city, aside from going, obviously, to the game?
I think Lansing brings the capital city, obviously, and where our stadium is, you're really close to the downtown and the state capitol, and then Michigan State is 1.5 miles to the east. Yeah. Those are the two biggies when you come to town. Michigan State's campus, I'm a little biased because I'm a grad, but I think it's one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. And if you get a chance to go to Michigan State, I think people should definitely check it out.
Try to time it so you can see a Michigan State football game at the same time.
If you can,
Yeah, I would probably say the same about Clemson. Again, bias.
You're still
just down the road. I know, but no, I think Greenville's such a great city for outdoor recreation with the mountains nearby. We've got a great trail that runs through town that you can walk, run, bike on. A lot of great breweries, but especially year one as we're playing just a mile from Main Street. There's shops. There's so many restaurants you can eat at. You can never leave downtown and have a full weekend, which has been a change for me as someone who grew up in Greenville and seen the city grow to a tourist destination. It's kind of amazing. So no shortage of entertainment right near where we're going to play, which is great.
So sort of switching gears, personal question. If you weren't working in soccer, what do you think you would be doing right now? It's a toughie. Again, I have tough questions.
This is I wasn't working in soccer. Well, before I was working in soccer, I was doing some work as a sportscaster in television, and
so this is nothing new for you.
I would probably still be doing that.
Yeah.
No man makeup today, though, so it's a little bright in here. But no, I'd probably still be doing that.
Okay.
That's a good question. You get so wrapped up in it. I know it's only been a year or so, but. I think I would love to do something with Clemson in the university space, and that's one of the cool things that's been as a side to this as we've gotten started is I've been able to speak to some classes, and I went to school for education actually, so I'm very passionate about that. So right now I think I've got a perfect blend of doing sports but still able to provide some education throughout on the side, so maybe supplement that with teaching some classes would be great.
Final question. What are you most looking forward to? Maybe even aside from launching the team, starting your first game, what are you looking forward to when we sort of launch in March?
I think I'm gonna go back a little bit further to we've set a date in February where our players are going to report. And I think I'm really looking forward to finally all that work that you've done to assemble the roster, and you finally get that team there on that first day, and they're going through their physicals and getting a chance to meet them and really get started. I've got that circled on my calendar for sure.
Is it too narrow-minded to say the kits? Because
no, everyone wants to see the kits. Trust me.
You talk about that kind of those tangible feelings of when when players report, that's something that feels really real. And when we had our community tryout a couple weeks ago, that was the first time we'd gotten on a field and done anything, and that was one of those pinch me moments of, hey, there are 50-some guys out here kicking a soccer ball around. Because when you're up in the business office, you forget that, oh yeah, there's an on-the-field product that's coming. So I think that's a really good answer. The kits, of course, just these tangible moments. And then, even the schedule release, which I know comes up soon, that's going to be something where you can start circling. I know we don't know the rosters yet, but hey, we're playing a geographical rival that day, or oh, this is a cool road trip, or again, I was joking the other day, I was like, okay, I can go to Dallas and I'm going to catch a Texas Rangers game before they move out of their new stadium. And so I think for the fans, the schedule will be one of the first one too, so that'll be a fun one to share with the fans.
Awesome. Jeremy, Doug, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Aaron.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.